Hey, Warriors fans, happy to be back with episode number 2 of Outside the Box. And I thought this week, let's bring on a fan favorite. He is Mr. Blue Checkmark on Instagram himself, number 18, Logan Schuss.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for having me on.
Nice mustache.
Yeah, I thought I'd change it up during these times, keep everyone guessing. So I shaved the mustache in and been getting not too many compliments on it. But
I was going to say, I guess
hey,
to start things off, take us into the day in the life of Logan Schuss this past little while.
yeah, it's some things have changed, but a lot of things have stayed the same just because I'm able to continue to work. And at my dispatch job, they've been doing a great job of keeping us kind of not self-isolated, but distant enough from others in our office where we can work and continue to do our job. So that's been great to be able to work and continue to provide for myself. And other than that, I've been working out a ton more. And I had a bit of a nagging injury at the end of the last little bit of the season there. So it's been nice to kind of get that back to 100% and get back onto my regular workouts.
So most people nowadays are like big on binging on Netflix, all different series, documentaries, but not you. You mentioned before that you're into cooking shows, right?
Yeah, I really enjoy watching the Cooking Network. It's pretty funny. My favorite shows are like Beat Bobby Flay, and I was a huge fan of like Iron Chef America back in the day. Just like a lot of competition cooking shows, and just kind of gives me ideas if I ever want to kind of get into the kitchen a bit more and cook.
So what's your go-to meal to cook?
Mitch kind of turned me on to steak. Like I've always loved steaks, of course, who doesn't? But he's a big steak guy, and he cooks a mean steak. So I've been trying to perfect my steak game with him, and it's hard to beat him, but I'm learning under him.
I want to ask you about a radio interview you did recently here in Vancouver. So you said you took that call on the golf course and had to call in using a buddy's phone because your bag fell into the water. I'm trying to picture that in my head and have so many questions.
Yeah, I ended up getting one of those new push carts because socially distance yourself in the golf course. You got to kind of be on your own. So ended up buying one of those fancy push carts, and my buddy dared me to see if I could push it down the cart path, down like a little gully and make it through the other side. But of course it veered off the side and launched into the creek there. So my entire bag flipped upside down. I didn't have a single thing left in my bag. I had my putter cover was floating down the creek. I had to run after it. So I had to strip down, take my shoes and socks off, and pull the pants up and get in there and fetch all my stuff out. So it was a bit of an adventure.
Man, if you could have had that video on social media, you probably would have got thousands of likes.
Yeah, I mean, my phone was at the bottom of the creek, so I couldn't really film it. But if it was anyone else's bag, I would have been absolutely howling and videotaping it and posting it.
Speaking of social media, over these past few weeks, I've seen a lot of guys around the National Lacrosse League say that you are the best follow on social media, and I got to agree with them. But I wonder now, how much pressure does that put on you to keep sending out these hilarious tweets? Are you ever like second guessing yourself before you hit send?
Yeah, there's lots of second guessing. I want to make sure that my content's good and it's always delivering for laughs and stuff. If I don't think it's going to be a home run, I really don't really say too much. And you always got to make sure that your grammar's on point, because there's lots of grammar police out there on Twitter that just want to cut you down. So maybe Googling a couple phrases here and there and make sure the spelling's right. But for the most part, if something pops in my head and I want to get it out there, and I'm hoping it's for the best.
Your grandmother, Granny, is a big hit when it comes to your social media game. First off, how's she been doing these past few weeks?
She's great. She's doing her own thing. She's quite independent. She lives on her own, and I know she's missing her bingo, and she's in some aquatics, swimming, and with some of her old friends of hers, and I know she's missing that. So hopefully we can get past all this, and she can get back to her exercise and bingo.
Can you remember exactly what video it was that you posted of her that blew up the internet?
There's been a few. Anytime it's around a holiday or Christmas or somebody's birthday, she's just like the content queen. Anything I put down with her, it's gold. So she's all blinged out. She's got gold rings and gold necklaces. She's always done up to the nine. So I'm pretty sure I could just post a random picture of her or a video of her and it's getting a like. So it's cheap likes. I like to get those. I got puppies, and my niece and nephews are super cute. So I kind of abuse them for likes.
So the frontline workers, Logan, obviously been the heroes these past many weeks. And you have teammates and coaches that are working on these front lines as we speak. Have you been able to communicate with them? And if so, how are they doing?
Yeah, they've reached out to our group chat, and guys are just curious, like, hey, what is it like to to be right there in the heat of it all. And you got to give our applause to the men and women that are in those jobs that are providing for people and making sure that the world's kind of going around still, and especially the firefighters, police, ambulance, nurses, doctors. They're the superheroes, like you said, and during these times it's so busy for them, and it's just getting a good insight of what they're dealing with on a regular basis. And it's crazy. It's talking to guys like Beersy and stuff, where they have to wear these crazy suits for every call and putting themselves in danger. So hats off to those guys and women that are doing it for us.
Which guy is the most active in the group chat?
It's me. Like, I find myself talking to myself in the group chat sometimes. Like, if nobody's responding to some of the stuff I'm saying in the group chat, like, I'll side text somebody like, hey, like, help me out a little bit.
You see that?
Yeah. Hey, I know. I mean, a lot of guys' notifications are probably off, which I'm hoping, but sometimes they probably see it's me and just leave me on red.
One more before we get into some fun here, Logan. So you guys as a team were well on your way to a better record compared to last year before play was halted. What's the outlook, do you think, for next year? I mean, you got a great defender coming in, Brett Mitsky, who's joining the club. Guys like Lyndon Bunio, Sam Clare, Derek Lloyd. Those guys are another year older. And you're likely going to have a first-round draft pick crack the lineup next year.
Yeah, it's exciting times. I think anytime that you can add a stud defender like Brett Mitsky and a veteran like that, it's only going to make your team that much better. And I think, just like you said, when players are getting more and more years under their belt in this league, it's so important. Even for me, entering, this would be my 7th season coming up, I just feel like you're just getting that much better. You don't necessarily feel it maybe skill-wise, but just in the part of being the veteran and knowing how to be a professional in the National Lacrosse League and doing the small things and knowing how to prepare for road games and getting the job done.
All right, time to play some quarantine quiz. I got 10 questions on deck. You just say the first thing that comes to mind. You ready?
Let's do it.
Question 1, favorite quarantine activity right now?
Riding the Peloton.
Which household item do you have the most quantity of right now?
Pasta sauce.
Which household item are you running out of the most?
A paper towel.
Which teammate is going the most stir crazy right now?
I'm going to say Justin Salt. That guy likes to really get out and do things, so he's probably a little stir crazy in his condo.
Which app are you using the most of on your phone right now?
I'm going to go with Instagram.
What's the first restaurant you're going to sit down at when this is all over?
Cactus Club and or Earl's.
Besides lacrosse, which other pro sport are you missing the most right now?
Hockey.
What exercise routine are you doing the most right now?
We're getting into doing some abs, looking for that 6-pack for the summer. It's there somewhere, I think.
Go-to meal on a food delivery app?
Sushi. Poke bowl, actually. I'm going to go poke, whatever it is.
Hand sanitizer or hand soap?
So
there he is, Logan Schuss. Another episode of Outside the Box in the books. Thanks for coming on, Logan.